These mistakes are keeping you inflamed, but the good news, they are super easy to fix. I've got you covered. If you're new here, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of Slim, the all-inclusive platform that gives you a custom meal plan, workout plan, access to me, and so much more so that you can reach your goals. So click the link in the description to get started today. Mistake number one, represented by the banana and the salt, is that you are not balancing your potassium to your sodium intake. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a low potassium to sodium ratio increases the levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines. AKA, if you're eating tons of sodium and not enough potassium to balance it out, you're gonna be inflamed. This is part of the reason why eating such salty foods inflames us. This is more than just, oh, I use salt on my foods. Sodium is hidden in processed foods. If you eat a lot of processed foods, if you eat a lot of frozen meals, if you eat a lot of bread, unfortunately bread has sodium. If you're eating cheese, cheese has tons of sodium in it. Anything that's processed, anything you're gonna find on the shelf likely has a lot of sodium in it because sodium is a preservative. So it's not just, oh, I eat a lot of chips or I eat a lot of French fries or I do add a lot of salt to my foods. If you're eating processed foods or frozen foods, automatically, right off the bat, you're gonna have an imbalance of sodium to potassium. So the answer, unfortunately, is not, oh, if I'm gonna have nachos, I'm gonna eat a bunch of bananas too and it'll balance each other out. You can't catch up with the amount of sodium that's in these processed foods. So the answer actually is to reduce your intake of processed foods and reduce your intake of salt so that you can have a proper balance of electrolytes between the potassium and the sodium and prevent that inflammation in the first place. Next up, represented by these pumpkin seeds, you're not getting enough magnesium. Research in the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics found that low magnesium levels are linked to chronic inflammation and metabolic issues. Not to mention, magnesium is like this wonder element where if you have cramps, apply magnesium right to the cramps. Cramps will go away. Can't sleep? Take some magnesium. It'll relax you. You'll sleep better. Constipated? Have some magnesium at nighttime. You'll have a bowel movement in the morning. Magnesium is unbelievable. And it's not just the fact that people aren't getting enough. Their magnesium levels are in the basement, which is causing not only all of these issues like sleep and cramping and Charlie horses in the middle of the night and you feel super anxious, but also it's causing inflammation. Pumpkin seeds are a great source of magnesium. So this is great to sprinkle on bowls, on a taco bowl. It goes beautifully. These are pepitas, so they are immature pumpkin seeds. They're telling nasty jokes, but these are a great add to bowls. You can use other dietary forms of magnesium, sources of magnesium like avocado or seeds, but I would also consider if you, despite eating magnesium-rich foods, if you're having trouble absorbing it, then in some cases supplementation can be appropriate. And people have seen great results from supplementation just right away in terms of their sleep, easier bowel movements, less menstrual cramps, and feeling more relaxed. Next, I can't even pick this up. I am not an ice girl. I'm not a cold girl. You're drinking ice cold water. Terrible for digestion. Chinese medicine hates ice cold water. They like warm water. They like room temperature water. This is why whenever I go to a Chinese restaurant and I say that I don't want ice water, I want warm water, they're like, girl, we got you. Ice cold water constricts your blood vessels and slows your digestion, whereas when you drink warm water, it opens the blood vessels, it improves your digestion, it gets everything flowing, it's warm, whereas when you're cold, what do? You freeze up like this. I can't even think about it. I can't even look at the ice. There was a study done in the Journal of Gastroenterology that found that warm water stimulates gastric motility. So when you're inflamed and you're puffy and you're bloated, usually you're struggling with digestive issues as well, inflammation of the gut. You're not having regular, proper bowel movements. So what we don't want to do is add fuel to that fire by drinking iced cold water. Instead, drink warm water, get everything flowing, help calm down the system, as opposed to drinking something that's going to make it even more aggravated. The The next mistake is that you're not supplementing with vitamin D. Low vitamin D levels are linked to inflammation. So this is my vitamin D. It is linked down below. No GMOs, no sugar, no oil, no gross stuff. Because guess what? These things are going to link to inflammation as well. If you get a vitamin D3 supplement, but it's made from sugar and oil, it's going to make you inflamed. And while we're at it, if you're supplementing, you want to make sure you're also supplementing with vitamin B12 if you are on a plant-based diet, because you're not going to get it on a plant-based diet unless you supplement. So both of these are linked in the down bar. You can get them delivered straight to your door every single month. These are clean, vegan, premium supplements. Next up, represented by these here oats, you're not having enough soluble fiber. So there are two types of fiber: insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. Insoluble fiber are things that cannot be digested, so they're going to float through your digestive system basically undigested. The soluble fiber is what pulls in water, so it really helps with moving things along. Insoluble fiber just is gonna add volume to bowel movements, whereas soluble fiber moves everything along the digestive tract because it sucks up the water. So we're talking about things like oats, beans, chia seeds, flax seeds. These feed the gut bacteria. The gut bacteria then creates short-chain fatty acids. And those short-chain fatty acids are shown to reduce inflammation. In fact, there was a study done in gut that showed that short-chain fatty acids help regulate the immune system and decrease inflammatory markers. So get in that soluble fiber. Like I said, oats, beans, chia seeds, flax seeds, apples are a good source of soluble fiber. But I love oats. Next, represented by these dark leafy greens, you're not getting enough polyphenols. Polyphenols are found in berries, they're found in dark leafy greens, they're found in certain types of tea as well, and they are known to reduce inflammation. There was a study done in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that found that polyphenols reduce C-reactive protein, also known as CRP, which is a key marker of inflammation. So pretty direct evidence that polyphenols found in these types of foods directly reduce inflammation. If you liked this video, I have another video about inflammation that you're going to love. I'm gonna put it up on the screen next. I love you, honeys. I'll see you in Slim, and I'll see you in my next video.